Facebook, please permit me to play this music. Thank you.
Beginning of human history, diabolic people have persistently used God's name to commit heinous atrocities all over the world. Wars become more bloody when religious sentiments are attached. Enemies see each other as abominable infidels that deserve to die. During the Nigeria-Biafra War, atrocities and war crimes were obviously committed, but the international community failed to identify or recognize the ethnic and religious implications. However, the purpose of this work is neither to apportion blames nor criticize anyone, but to preserve history and to let our younger generations who were not born during the struggle know the kind of songs used to boost the morals of the Biafran soldiers.
Please share, come in. Join, and share the program. Join, and share the program. Make it go viral. Gini can you know? Omo Biafra. Gini can you know? Onye wai, nyanya mamiye zuroke. Kanyi mere ndiro, dina mai chuku, jide ha zobwe ha ona. Kanyi mere ndiro, dina mai chuku, jide ha zobwe ha ona. Umokoribe mujikereme unaheme. Biafra yaga apu Biafra ga nebozo gabiri Biafra ga denu. Take my boots off when I die. Oh Biafra, take my clothing to the camp. Hallelujah, give my gun to someone else to fight for fatherland. Biafra, take my boots off when I die. Oju kubeze na la Biafra, edere ya na buri. Awono one day ya Yakubu no one. The way Kimeri Biafra, Biafra win the war. Amodu Kasheli machine, heavy artillery, bomb and fighter. Mugawa wanting to be my boy, we know. Mugawa wanting to be. Mugawa wanting to be my boy, we know. Mugawa wanting to be. Umu Biafra, Unekwe Kagawa Chimuno. Unekwe Kagawa Chimuno. Ochichi gesinagoji bubia onyeze aya choro chichi gowa ruo mgbe ebighị. Ochichi gesinagoji bubia onyeze aya choro chichi gowa ruo mgbe ebighị. Awuno nyamamiye, awuno nyamamiye, nemu anyị rapụkwa mụ ma baro we mami. Onye nwụrụ we rapụ chakechie ya anya gbewu. Omeri no bakweri eri, Omeri no bakweri eri. Biafra kunye buso Nigeria. Aya. Makagini. Nina habu ndina mai chineke, ndina mai chineke, kere ha. Commando, ebute butere ya commando.
Biafran, gather, this is Biafran week. Biafran month, that's what we are in. This is May month. May is the Biafran month. The month that Biafra was declared, formally declared in 1967.
Most of the Biafran war songs aimed derogative invectives of the Nigerian government of oligarchy, who directed the killing of innocent Biafran women and children by imposing blockade on Biafra. All human contact with the outside world was cut off. Hence, the Nigerian military junta added hunger to the already existing weapons of mass destruction in their arsenal. Neither food nor medicine were allowed into Biafra. Hence, malnutrition begot kwashiorkor, also known as Harrowson syndrome.
We are Biafrans fighting for our freedom. By the name of Jesus, we shall conquer. We are Biafrans fighting for our freedom. By the name of Jesus, we shall conquer. He come Biafra fighting for our freedom. By the name of Jesus, we shall conquer. We are Biafrans fighting for our freedom. By the name of Jesus, we shall conquer.
Ojukwu imela, imela Ojukwu imela. Aga m esoro maka ibe mule ambush. Were ezigbo maka esi n'ebo iro. Imela Ojukwu imela.
Imela Ojukwu imela.
Imela Ojukwu imela. Aga m esoro maka ibe mule ambush. Ojukwu, Odimefu Ojukwu, we thank you wherever you are. Odimefu Ojukwu, we thank you. Our number one hero, wherever you are. We thank you. Maazị Nnamdi Kanu, Maazị Nnamdi Kanu, Okwu Kanu, wherever you are. Even when you are in that incarceration, unjustified incarceration, we thank you. We are not going to give up. We are not going to give up. Other countries, they fought for their freedom and they carry, and we must win our battle. We must win Biafra. We must be declared independent. That's all we need. And this is Biafra month. A lot of good things happened in the month of May. Biafra was declared in the month of May 30. May is the mother's month. The mother's month, that's May, especially here in America. And the most important still, May is my birth month. The month that I was brought into this world. And that's May. So a lot of good things happened in the May. And all the personal things that happened to me and my family that happened in the month of May. Even the first time I graduated here in America from a university, it happened in the month of May. A lot of good things happened in May.
My mother.
My people, we have to get it from here.
My father.
And we continue with this music at the end of the program. If I happen to die, oh, never mind, we shall meet again. If anything happens, take it that that's the way it is. That's what we are signed for. Fight for the freedom of our people, to bring justice to those who cannot fight for themselves. When you are fighting for somebody who cannot fight for himself or herself, you are not committing any crime. Okay? Every day. Oya iborokuzana ya maliseli kwambo. Oya iborokuzana ya maliseli kwambo. Biafra do. Biafra do. We have to continue from here. We have to continue from here. Let's take it from there. Because when you hear this Biafra motivational song, the song that motivated our people in the 1967 through 1970, when the Nigerian government and their British allies, with their other allies, superpowered nation allies, they gathered, they connived, they wanted to wipe us out of the surface of the earth. This music we are playing, that's why when we play it with passion. That's why when we play it with our whole heart, we play it with our emotions, we play it with everything we have, because those are the songs, those are the music, those are the things, the motivational things that kept our people going. They kept them going. And when we remember them, when we play those musics, when we sing along with them, even though majority of them has passed on through this world, but their spirit is still with us, and their spirits are still fighting with us, and their spirits will also be with us and fight with us until we get this Biafra. We get our Biafra publicly and wholly declared independent. We need our Biafra independence, nothing more, nothing less. We know that some people are still, when you are in a country and you're fighting for your freedom, you also have to do what the country said do. And then also make sure that you have your focus in mind. Make sure that you do not deviate from what you are fighting for. Make sure that you put everything out there in the open. So that even if when human beings, closes their eyes and things that they can just jump you over, one day God will open up the minds and the eyes of even few, as little as few. We know that with God, everything is possible. With God, everything is possible. And we are with God. We are the children of the rising sun. We are the children of the Chukwu Okike Abiama. The people from the rising sun, from the east. The east, even when Christ was born in this world, the wise men, the three wise men, they came from the east. They were the first to recognize that Christ was born, that a Messiah has come. And that's from our heritage. Nobody can take it away from us. So, our people, we are here to let the world know that we are sick and tired of being persecuted. We are sick and tired of being marginalized. We are sick and tired of watching our brothers and sisters, our parents, our children, our relatives being crushed every day. Every day by the oppressors. people who think that they can oppress us and walk away with it. It doesn't work like that. My people, my Biafran people all over the world, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night to some of you, wherever you are at this time of the day. I am your sister and your daughter, Mwada Rosemary Williams. And I have come again to broadcast in our studio, with all of you watching, and those of you who will be joining us later. You know, we are here to expose certain things that have already been exposed, things that are already out there in the open, but some people are still closing their eyes and behaving or looking at as if they don't see things. When things are going wrong, you see people walking away, looking away, doing all kinds of things, but you know, to tackle or to address the thing that is happening, the evil that is hatching, they will not do it until it comes to their domain, it comes to their house, it comes on top of them. Then they realize that really whatever that was going on was evil. My people, today is Nkwo market. In the Igbo market calendar, Nkwo, and as we always pray, ka Nkwo kwapụara ihe ọjọọ, kwọrie ndị niile bịara imegide ụmụ Igbo, kwọrie ndị niile nụchiri ụzọ gbaa agada si na onye ndu anyị Maazị Nnamdi Kanu ha ga-apụta n'ebe echi. Nkwo ga-akwọrichicha ha, ma Nkwo ga-akwọbatara anyị udo, ịdị n'otu, ọganihu, mmekọ nke ụmụnne na ụmụnne. Maka aha studio anyị here, aha platform anyị wụ onye ayala nwanne ya media, which means we carry along with our family members, our people. We do not want anybody to be left behind. No family member should be left behind. And we cannot carry everybody along if we have some evil members within us. Those evil members within us, we pray that Nkwo will uproot all of them, toss them out, get them out of the way, so that we will enjoy peace. We will enjoy freedom. We will enjoy good health and happiness. He said, my people, this is May month. We talk it again. The month we remember our fallen heroes. The month we remember the declaration of our Biafra nation and the genocide committed against our people by the Nigerian government and their British allies and other nations or other countries that supported them. We will never forget. We will never forget. And to make the matter worse, they are still killing us. They are still killing us. In this month also, we remember our heroes, the ones that fought for us, our veteran heroes that are still standing. Majority of them also are still fighting. They are with us. They are advising us, they are guiding us. And those of them that went home and did not want any other thing to do with the Biafra restoration or Biafra freedom or something, because one thing or the other happened to them during the war, we say, please come back. Come back, because when you are cooking and you are putting salt in the soup and you are not tasting it, it's like you have not put anything. For those of you who have fought before and surrendered, lay down your weapons because you were asked to. Our journey is still on. We are still walking, marching, because we have not reached our destination. We are going home. Even though we are home, majority of us are home in Biafra land, but we are still being oppressed by Nigerian government and their British allies. The British government is still having indirect rule with heavy hand against our people. If you look at the topic of today's broadcast, we said, genocide against the Igbo people. When will it end? When will it end? And then we call on our people, we say, Biafrans, arise, wear your regalia, preserve our race and inheritance, protect our ancestral homeland, just like our fathers and forefathers did. And then we say, contact us at +1 800 556 3721. +1 800 556 3721. If you have any question, you call. If you have any suggestion, you bring. If you have any contribution, you bring. We are here on Yaela One Name Media. Today, my people, not too much talk, but to play this clip, there is a clip that came to me from one of our people. And then I saw that clip because I can share it like I've been sharing. But maybe some people who cannot get the sharing that I'm making. And I want Onyaela One in this broadcast, because I know that many people will see it here. And then even when you get it, share it to everybody that you could do so to. Because even if they are not from Biafra, even if they are not from Nigeria, even if they are, from around the globe, please share. Share. Give this to everybody that you can give it to. Okay? And then even make this thing reach to the United States Congress, even though they know all these things. They know about them, but it's good that we still take it to them. Assuming they said they did not know about it, we can take it to them. We can take it to the United Nations platform. We can take it to the British platform. We can get it to the Russians, all of them, because majority of them participated in this heinous genocide committed against my people. They have to rewrite their wrongs. If they need forgiveness from us, they have to rise up, condemn what happened, and join hands and give us our freedom. And before I start sharing the program that I'm about to share today, I use this opportunity to thank the people, all those people from around the world, the ones that have human hearts, the human activists, the people that recognize that the genocide against the Biafran people was wrong, and they are out here, they participated in this video to condemn it. I thank you all. As you know, as you have condemned these bad things that happened to our people, this genocide that happened to our people, this annihilation of a total race that happened to our people, and the justice that you are, demanding for us, justice will meet each and all of you, and you will ask for God for whatever, and he will do it for you, because you have recognized and you are speaking out against this. So we thank you ahead of time. My people, I have to share this with you and see what's happened. You listen and pay attention. You listen and pay attention. And I'll be here to listen with you too. Thank you. My people, listen and pay attention.
People perished as a result of the actions of the British and Russian and Nigerian federal governments. I don't know what one does call it, but it was pretty close to genocide.
It was the first of the genocidal wars that a great power got as close to as Britain got to the war in Biafra.
And that was totally wrong.
And that was wrong.
Over 1 million Igbos, Biafrans, all British Commonwealth citizens, died in the Nigeria-Biafra civil war. Today, more than 30 years later, questions remain. Was it genocide? Was it backed by the British government, willingly or unwillingly?
If you have part of the population, or as I say, the whole population being wiped out and murdered without any protection on these grounds, ethnic or religious or economic grounds and so on, you have genocide.
The Nigeria-Biafra civil war was also the first media famine. For the first time, we saw starving children in newspapers, in magazines, and on television.
Well, it was very much the sort of headline news in the papers here for a long time, and opinion was greatly divided as between those who felt that that the Igbos had a case and that Nigeria was badly governed and that it was time that something happened and that the Igbos were good people who deserved to be, and others who felt that Nigeria should remain as it was and the boundaries should remain, and if you fiddled about with the boundaries, you were going to be in real difficulty, and it was a very bad precedent for other parts of Africa.
Nigeria, the richest and most populous nation in Africa. 360,000 square miles, the same size as Britain, France, and Germany. 65 million people, Three major tribes, Hausas in the north, Yorubas in the west, Igbos, Biafrans in the east. Some say the British rigged the odds against the Igbos from the beginning, from even before independence.
Of course, we also knew that the elections by 1960 had been rigged. Everybody in the know knew that we had our boys in the north, our puppets, we put them in power. They hadn't won at all. The people in the south had won, the nationalists.
Some say war was inevitable. The rest of Nigeria had always been jealous of the unity, the strength of the Igbos, the way they had managed to march together to build a better future for themselves and their children. In 1966, the world's attention was focused on Eastern Europe and the brutal Russian invasion of Czechoslovakia. The Middle East, the continuing conflict between the Israelis and the Palestinians, Southeast Asia, the American war in Vietnam and all its horrors. But throughout Nigeria, up to 30,000 Igbos were being attacked and brutally murdered because they were Igbos.
It's those who want us to lose the war in Vietnam. It's militants, activists, revolutionaries, anarchists, and communists. That's who it is.
To the international community, it was just another African conflict. They didn't want to get involved. It was no concern of theirs. They looked the other way. They had other things on their plate.
I would say that there is a difference between when a man belonging to a rich country dies and when a man belonging to a poor country dies. Not necessarily black man, because you can have the same problem somewhere in Asia. No, I believe that the United Nations, the international community, is still dominated by a very Eurocentric attitude.
Tuesday, May 30, 1967. Enough was enough. The Igbos, alone, isolated, ignored, declared their independence. Their leader was Lieutenant Colonel Ojukwu. The supreme commander and head of the military regime in Nigeria was Lieutenant Colonel Gowan. Both men had been educated and trained in Britain. The war that followed was one of the longest, bloodiest, and most disastrously fought civil wars in history. In just 3 years, they used more small arms ammunition than was used by British forces during the whole of the Second World War. The casualties were horrifying. The war was also unlike any other civil war in modern history. The Nigerian government, backed by the British, regularly and deliberately strafed and bombed civilian targets.
I saw 10 deliberate bombing attacks on the civilian population, either hospitals or marketplaces, and with no question of any military target being in the vicinity.
At precisely 1:30 every day, they come over to town as the marketplace is full, as patients are sitting out on the lawns at hospitals. Here comes the next one. Just above the mission now.
I looked up and I heard the explosion. The convent was still there, but then towards the school was a cloud of smoke rising up to the sky.
The children's ward was the worst. Children's ward got a rocket right through the roof. There was a mother and child killed in bed, and another child was killed in another ward, and another child was cut in half up behind the kitchen.
While it was delivered, they finished an operation. The next 3 hours, they come back again. So you could see that kind of thing for 3 days or 4 days.
Even more horrifying, the Nigerian government deliberately used famine as a weapon of war. The name Harold Wilson became a curse. Starvation was known as the Harold Wilson syndrome. Many people, young and old, rich and poor, went to Biafra to help the starving and the dying. One of the youngest, the most famous, the most glamorous was Princess Cecile de Bourbon Parma, sister to one of the pretenders to the Spanish throne. She told a committee of the US Senate what she saw. On the committee was Senator Edward Kennedy.
I told him how I had been going out of the Biafra, and that one of the last nights I was with the children and the plane was not coming. And we were very anxious. And I had in my arms a little girl of, I don't know, 10 years old. And she was very anxious herself to see if the plane would come and save her. And finally, we hear the motor's engine, the plane is coming. She looked at me, she smiled, and she died. And I looked at Senator Edward Kennedy, and I saw he was crying.
Biafra made aid organizations throughout the world what they are today. It enabled them to develop and perfect their emergency feeding and rescue skills that have since then saved millions of lives around the world.
It was the school of humanitarian action, Biafra. So I think it was the beginning of the new concept of wars and of the relation between humanitarian personnel, armies, and the media.
Questions remain unanswered. Was it genocide? Was the bombing and strafing of civilians? Was the deliberate mass starvation of innocent men, women and children backed by the British government, willingly or unwillingly?
Wow. My people, you have heard that. You saw it. You listened. You heard what people said. The question, if it was a genocide, or if it was willingly committed or unwillingly committed, that's just a question. When you plan from your own foreign country, now we are talking about British, because the presenter of this video clip we just watched, it's about 10 minutes video. It's asking on the side of Britain if it was a genocide or not a genocide, if it was willingly or unwillingly committed against the Biafran people, against the Igbos. The question is just, a diplomatic way of saying things, because they know that the Britain is a super natural, like in this our present generation, like they are the world powers. They are the world powers, and they are the also, not only that they are the world powers, they are also the war powers. And people will not want to get in their way. They used hunger and starvation to exterminate us. We could have been dead at that time. Some of us were among those children that were begging for survival. But God protected and made us to be alive. Our parents, our brothers and sisters, our everybody, those are us. All of us, the Igbos, were trying to be exterminated. When we say us, we mean us. Our brothers crying for survival, our sisters crying for survival, our parents crying for survival. It's still us. It's all of us. They want to exterminate us. They use hunger and starvation. And they still maintain to inflict hunger and starvation on us up to today. That's why they have been, that's the British government have been advising and coaching their Nigerian government and their Fulani cabals how to use cows to go and eat up our crops. How to kill us when we say stop eating our crops. How to put, things, different atrocity things that they have been putting in the food materials they are shipping to the Igbos, thinking that they can kill us, but no, they can't. Because when the finger of God is upon you, no evil shall come on you or before you and survive it. It's only God that is uplifting the Igbos, the Biafran people, up, up, up. And we thank God for that. My people here, we said, Biafrans, arise, wear your regalia, preserve our race and inheritance, protect our ancestral homeland, just like our fathers and forefathers did. When I mean regalians, you can see me, I'm wearing my Biafran badge on top of my head here. You can see it clear. I put on my Biafran things. When I move, when I walk around, even where I am, I do it, And then sometimes when you move, you have the flags on your car. You have the flags on your car, and nobody will tell you, do not use a flag on your car. You carry your flags about. You go about. Sometimes when we go on one-man protest or group protest, we wear things. And we can also wear things that has written something like this: Free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and Restore Biafra. If you can see, you can wear things like that. You can wear anything at all you want to wear. Even we also have our Radio Biafra hats. You can also wear it. Put it on your head. Be proud of who you are. Show it around. And sometimes when you wear them, people ask you on the road, wow, Biafra? What do you mean by Biafra? Where is this? And then you also ask them to pull on Biafra, you spell it and say, pull on here. Pull it up from your phone. When you pull it up from your phone, you ask them to read. And then we say, oh, I have seen it. They see you, Biafra, Radio Biafra, and all those things. Even when we had Omada Biafra worldwide, because we are Omada, whether we are in the group or we do not belong in a group, we wear our, they are all regalian. So I'm telling you, so that any of them, you see, in the back, it says, Free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, Restore Biafra. And then in the front, it says, Umada Biafra worldwide. We also have all these things. You can be part of those group or not, but you wear it. And then when you go on your rallies, you carry your flags. They are Biafran flags. You show them around. These are all the things. I know why I'm showing you this. Wherever you are, show it off. Make sure that you let people know. Because in the last broadcast we did the other day, we heard from Chief Dr. Emmanuel Iwanya that even sometimes when our children go to school and then they say it's hard for them to say that they are Igbos, because when they say they are Igbos, they are in trouble. And we have different kinds of ways. The Igbo things that makes us distinguish us from who we are. We have for the women, we can also wear our this on the head. You know, when you dress up, even here where we are, we dress and show who we are. We are not afraid of showing who we are. We are not, you know, embarrassed of showing who we are. Even the people, whether you are at home or anywhere you are, you can also wear your isiagu. You wear your isiagu and you move around. Okay, that's who you are. You are not supposed to be afraid of anybody. When you dress, you show who you are. Okay, and then a lot of things you can use to show who you are. A lot of things. And for the women, you know, we have either the ones we put on the head or the ones we put on the neck or anything. And when people ask you, what is this culture about? Please. And when people ask you, these things are beautiful, where do you get them? Make sure you explain to them that this is your culture. This is your wares from where you come from. You are an Igbo person, you are a Biafran person. Be bold, be proud of who you are. Be bold, be proud of who you are. And our sister made a music the other day and tell people to teach their children, okay, those is at least you get where I'm coming from. You get where I'm coming from. Teach your children Igbo languages. Make them know who they are. Even when they are being persecuted. You know why? Because one of our sisters, I think Sister Gold, I forgot her first name. She was taken to prison, to jail, detained. They did not even put her in a prison because they found nothing. They did not even take her to court. But because she was wearing her Biafran wrapper that was made of Biafran flag and everything, and she put it on her body, and she went to celebrate her birthday, and she was arrested because she posted herself with her Biafran regalia. She posted herself with her Biafran regalia, and then what the next thing they did was to come and arrest her. They came and arrested her. When they arrested her, a girl that was turning 20 years old, they arrested her, and then she ended up staying 2 years in unknown detention camp. They tossed her around from one place to the next. A young girl, innocent, that did nothing to people, and then she was humiliated, carried around from one place to the next, and she ended up spending 2 years complete in detention. What did she do? What did she do? I wish I can find her and present her. And then if anybody have that Sister Gold, that's her name, that was taken from her birthday, that she was just celebrated and put her in detention for 2 years complete. Please, we need to see her, and then we have to let people know. Why am I saying this? I'm saying this because now we have a new Ohaneze president, Chief Dr. Emmanuel Iwanyanwu. Chief Iwanyanwu, I call upon you. Even our veteran father, Chiwetalago, we have seen him in many occasions, and we saw when they arrested him, an elderly man, they humiliated him for wearing a Biafran regalia. They humiliated him for wearing Biafran regalia. At least his own, I can find him easily. This is our veteran Nollywood father. And when he wore this, he was humiliated, detained, and bullied around just because he wore a dress. You know, he did nothing wrong. So I'm calling on the new Ohaneze president. I'm calling on him, Chief Iwanyanwu. Since we know that you can speak to people and they listen, it's not about begging them. It's not about talking of anything. Even here, we can wear things that are written USA. We can wear things that are written Germany. We can wear things that are said San Diego or anything. People wear things that they feel like they can wear. Not when we wear something that is written Biafra. We suffer for it. It's time our leaders, people who call themselves the leaders of Igbo or the leaders of Biafran people, should rise up and open up your eyes. Stop using us. Let them stop using us to climb for political power or something like that. We want people that will stand and protect the interests of the Igbos and protect the interests of the Biafran people. We want people that will rise and protect our inheritance. Those that will protect our race. We can no longer be chipping away ourselves in order to accommodate Yoruba, in order to accommodate Hausa, in order to accommodate Fulani. Fulanis are not even Nigerians. But now they have gained ground. They have gained most popularity and most ground in Nigeria. And we are the Igbos. So our own people use us to beg for friendship. It's time those things are stopped. Therefore, I call on the current president of the Ohaneze Igbo, Chief Dr. Emmanuel Iwanyanwu, to look into this area. Why am I saying this? We know even in the Bible, when the Egyptians were operating the Israelites, they were killing male children from the Israel. They were killing any children, new people or anything. They were persecuting them. Moses' mother gave birth to Moses. She did not want to kill her child. She did not want anybody to kill her child. What did she do? She get her son Moses, and get their Hebrew cloth. This is the Biafran cloth. This is the Biafran cloth. Moses' mother wrapped her son in a Hebrew cloth and protected him and put him to float on top of a river close by where the Pharaoh's daughter picked him up. You know why and how they knew the race of Moses, even though they can also look at his face and they may be, wondering who. But the mother purposely wrapped her son in the Hebrew cloth. So for us to be shying away from our own inheritance, from our own race, people were given Igbo name, and then they said, because we cannot answer this, we change our name. We can no longer use our last name, because before, what we used to identify somebody is their last name. Somebody will ask me, why are you answering Rosemary Williams? Because this is my marital name. That's why I answer it. But before I became Rosemary Williams, throughout my life, I have answered Rosemary Opara. So whenever you mention Opara, people who do not know you will at least know that you are an Igbo girl, Igbo woman, Igbo anything. But Rosemary Williams, sometimes I do confuse people because they don't know what it is. And I'm not supposed to say screaming about where, because I have been married for years and I have changed my name for years. So, and this is who I am now. So do not change your last name, because your last name helps you. And even when you are in the deepest danger, somebody might hear your name. Chinedu. Oh, okay. Opara. Okay. I know that the forces of of people persecuting us this time for being Igbos are large, but there are also numerous benefits, huge benefits from us maintaining who we are. And instead of us to shy away from who we are, we're supposed to embrace who we are more, because that's the only way we can liberate ourselves from all this marginalization. Because if they know that we are so many Igbos, we are so many Biafrans all over Nigeria and all over the world, there might be huge benefit that will come with it. Our leaders in Igbo land should rise up and protect our inheritance, protect our culture, protect our tradition. Our people should stop being afraid of, answering their names or showing who they are. And our people, wherever you see yourself, even in Lagos, Abuja, Kano, Katsina, Bendel, Igbo land, wherever, gather yourselves together. Security for our people is very, very crucial. And we need all these people that have come up and say they will be there for the better of the Igbo people and the Biafran people at large. We want them to do something. Reunite the Igbos and make sure that our inheritance is protected. We say no to Fulani taking over our land. We say no for any Nigerian government to force us, the Igbos, the Biafrans, to chip away our inheritance for another person, or another culture, or another tribe. We are not going to accept it. You have heard about the genocide that happened in our land. Our fathers and our forefathers fought against that, and we will continue to fight until we win freedom for our people. My people, I thank you today for joining. And please, whenever you join, wherever you are, I ask you to share this program and make it go viral. Tell our people not to be afraid of wearing our traditional regalian or our freedom regalians, freedom fighting regalians. We should always promote them. We will promote them and we will make sure that our people are protected wherever we are. It is very, very necessary. Very, very necessary. And we should not be afraid of what people might do to us, because whatever happens, it will happen. It will happen. But at the same time, we encourage you people to unite. Other countries did it. They fought. When Nelson Mandela was incarcerated, South Africa did not go to sleep. They fought and get their independence. Even United States fought the English, that's the Britain, in order to get their own freedom. Other nations fought. Even Ghana did fight for their own freedom, and they get it. Even Nigeria herself fought for independence before they were given. And the people that led the freedom and independence of Nigeria, Zik, Nnamdi Azikiwe, was at the forefront. Mbono Ojike them. Although at a point, Mbono Ojike warned for Biafrans to boycott whatever, because where Zik was going at that time, Mbono saw ahead of it and knew that it would not work out for our people, and he screamed. He said, boycott all boycottables. Come back home. But then, at that time, we do not even blame Nnamdi Azikiwe. He thought that, joining with the Nigerian thing would be a good thing for the Igbos. But Mbono saw future. He did not accept that. And today we have seen it, that it has not worked and can never work for our people. So for anybody telling us to stay where we are not supposed to stay, that person, please turn around, come back home. I still remain your sister and your daughter, Mother Rosemary Williams. Thank you, my people.
ihe niile zuru oke n'ala Biafra, akụnụba zuru oke n'ala Biafra, ihe niile zuru oke n'ala Biafra, naanị ọnwụ 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 zuru ụwa, naanị ọnwụ ọnwụ ọnwụ. Ihe niile zuru oke n'ala Biafra, akụnụba zuru oke n'ala Biafra, ihe niile zuru oke n'ala Biafra, naanị ọnwụ 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 zuru ụwa, naanị ọnwụ ọnwụ ọnwụ. Nagari Nazara nachọrọ sabotwa ọgụ ewuta ya ogo wanụ ga-nwechi. Nagari Nazara nachọrọ sabotwa ọgụ ewuta ya ogo wanụ ga-nwechi. Ngwanụ ka anyị were na-edi ya, my people. Thank you so much.